Hello everybody, you know me. Okay, no you don't, but you know who I am. The Smarks Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. I watched 205 Live a couple days ago, and I gotta let you know, was it worth it? Now let's go down the card with a nice little stroll. The first thing that happened was this segment. You have Tony Nese, Noam Dar, Ariya Daivari, and the Cruiserweight Champion Enzo Amore, and they're standing around a Thanksgiving feast. And it was a little funny little segment. They had Enzo telling the three that they each have their own matches, and if they're able to win, they'll end up getting a nice little recommendation for a chance at a cruiserweight title opportunity. Then, out of nowhere, you see the Gobbly Gulak. Yes, Gulak was dressed as the Gobbledygook. Don't ask me why. That was ridiculous. And then, it also throughout the night, the opening show with Enzo, that did happen a couple more times, and we did see Gulak again in the Gobbledygook as a punishment. It was worth it because it sows some seeds for the future, and it does. And it had a little bit of comedy. Noam Dar was funny. Tony Nese was great. So, yeah, I think that little bit was worth it. Now let's get to the first match. We had Drew Gulak versus Akira Tozawa in a street fight. Why it was a street fight, I'm not entirely sure, but that's what they wanted it. They did use some weapons, but it was not a street fight like the old days where Stone Cold Steve Austin and Vince McMahon would slug it out. It was very, very tame, and the ref was annoying. He would get them to play by the rules, but as we know in street fight, there are no rules. So it'd be really nice if the WWE would bring the refs aside and be like, hey, yeah, don't treat it like a real match. Just be there to do the 1, 2, 3. They had a lot of cool spots going. They had Drew Gulak with his no chance gimmick going on, and people would chant no chance or PowerPoint, and it would make him so mad. Drew Gulak did amazing heel work targeting the previously injured neck of Tozawa, so that was really cool. And Tozawa had a lot of big moves going on, which was fun. Tozawa, he's outside of the ring, and then you hear everybody chanting tables. And as a proper babyface, he reaches under and he grabs a table. And usually when someone is the one grabbing the table, they end up getting slammed through it, but not in this case. It was actually saved for the end when Tozawa also grabbed a cane and a trash can, smacked the trash can on Drew Gulak, whipped him a few times, put him on the table, jumped up, slammed back first into him, breaking the table, almost breaking his back it looked like, and getting the win, 1, 2, 3. Yes, this match was worth it. I would go out of my way to recommend this match. It was fun. It was a lot of carnage, and that's what we want in our wrestling. Then we had a vignette of Hideo Itami coming to the 205 Live brand, and that actually got me pretty hyped. Hideo Itami is a really good wrestler, and I'd really like to see what he can bring to this show. Hopefully they build him up as a proper babyface. They might be heel. His vignette looked pretty heelish. We'll see. Then we had Mustafa Ali and Tony Nese, and this match, Tony Nese looked great in this match. He's definitely the powerhouse of the brand, and it's really cool that as a cruiserweight he gets that title. Also, it looked like there was a botched cannonball swanton from Mustafa Ali. Like he overshot and it was, other than that little bit, the match was pretty solid. You had Tony Nese doing a lot of the groundwork, keeping Mustafa from going up high or doing a lot of aerial attacks, and he kept him in holds. He kept him made Ali definitely sold, losing his breath a lot, like sitting down and just being like too tired to continue on at a fast pace. So great work by both of these guys. The match ended when Mustafa Ali was going for his finisher on the top rope, but Tony Nese scoots under the bottom rope to get away from it, while Ali is trying to grab him back into the ring. Nese takes Ali's head and slams it into the ring post, and it was sickening. He then goes and does a running knee. He gets the pin 1, 2, 3, and wow, that ending was great. It was out of nowhere. It was shocking. It was fast paced. It was awesome. Yes, definitely was worth it. So the last match was a tag team match with Noam Dar and Arya Daivari versus Rich Swann and Cedric Alexander. We also saw Enzo Amore on ringside, so you know the heels are gonna do some stuff there. So the match was pretty slow, not a lot of fast-paced movements going on, but when they did get to the fast-paced stuff, they executed it really well. It's really cool to see the diversity of the 205 Live brand, and it's really cool to see the hard work that they put into it. The match unfortunately was a bit too slow. It did not feel like a finishing match, a main event match. We did see Enzo interfere a few times. Noam Dar went and rescued Enzo Amore from Cedric Alexander at a time, but it was after the Tony Nese match, it was a bit underwhelming. But after which Rich Swann pinned Noam Dar for the win, so Cedric and Rich did win. Immediately after, Enzo bombards Rich Swann and just starts taking him out with Daivari. Cedric tries to come in, but it doesn't matter. The numbers game is still too strong. And then when Noam Dar gets up and after he shakes off the cobwebs, he's fighting. Tozawa and Ali tried to run down and help out, but Nese and Gulak prevent that, and they start going in. One of the most brutal spots that I've ever seen happens when, again, Ali gets his face thrown into the ring post by Nese. But this one is, I'm not going to say everything about it other than what I already just said, because it got me shocked. It was intense. It was one of the most gruesome spots in a long time. Definitely, yes, it was worth it. So for the overall show, an hour out of your time to watch some good wrestling, yes, it was worth it. Go check this out. Try to bring the 205 Live brand up. I can see how they're not going to do much on Raw with this brand, but if we keep watching, they'll continue to see, hey, we've got something here. So, yeah, it was worth it, and until next time, it will be awesome.